Why Chris Jericho doesn't do Codebreaker in AEW? So you know how Chris Jericho likes to change his wrestling personas. So he said he wanted a new finisher that he can do to anybody. See, Walls of Jericho and Codebreaker is little bit hard for Jericho at this age. And also he said that the secret to a great finish in wrestling is to be able to do a finish that you can do to anybody. Why Chris Jericho stopped wearing the light up jacket? So Chris Jericho revealed in an interview, when I worked with Kenny Omega, he's such a crazy character. I thought like these shorts with sparkles and rhinestones on them, it doesn't match this anymore. I don't feel this anymore. Even New Japan wanted me to wear the light up jacket and I was like, I can't. I think it's on him whether he wears such type of things or not. If he felt that he was right, then he is right.
Stupid idiot. Stupid idiots. Stupid idiot. Stupid idiots.
How did Chris Jericho came up with the idea of stupid idiot catchphrase? So first Vince McMahon used to do that and the fans always used to boo him. Chris Jericho revealed in an interview.
And I remember when I started saying that, Vince was like, nobody could say this. Nobody could get away with it but you. You're the only guy in the world that could do this. Because when I first started using stupid idiot, it got heat. And then, like everything else, suddenly people loved it. And like, call me a
Everybody remembers this when Dean Ambrose ruined Chris Jericho's light up jacket, but how much expensive this jacket was? So this jacket was around $15,000. Yes, this decoration piece was about $15 to $20,000. But you know, actually I liked it, the way Chris Jericho used to make his entrance. Even my younger brother know him because of this light up jacket, which tells you this that these things in wrestling actually matter. Do you know CM Punk versus Chris Jericho's WrestleMania match was only going to be 2 minutes long?
And we told Vince that, and Vince said, no, I see it as a 2-minute DQ. And we were both like 2-minute DQ? I remember we were told that by the writers, and so we had to go have a meeting with him. He's like, you have been burying his dad, burying his family, calling him an alcoholic, trying to get him drunk, trying to do all these dastardly things. If he goes in there and has a 25-minute wrestling match with you, that makes him look awful. And he did kind of have a point. If we would have known that, maybe we wouldn't have done the angle the way we did it. But then that's when we came up with the idea, okay, well, if Punk gets disqualified, then he loses the title.
Why Chris Jericho Walls of Jericho's submission hold went from this to this? So you all can argue the fact that first one is actually Lion Tamer and second one is Walls of Jericho. But still, if we take that into consideration, why did Chris Jericho change his way of performing his iconic submission? The problem is the Lion Tamer or this is really difficult or almost impossible to perform on big and large opponents. When Jericho came in WWE, he had to face large and big opponents, so you have to change that. So this was the moment when Goldberg saved Chris Jericho but you didn't notice. So story is about SummerSlam 2002 Elimination Chamber match. Now this is very famous spot. When Goldberg speared Chris Jericho through the glass chamber pod, look carefully, that glass was falling on Chris Jericho's eyes. But Goldberg removed it. He could have left it like that but he didn't. Also when he broke that glass, he stopped that glass by hand protecting Jericho. Why and how Chris Jericho got out of shape? I'm not a Jericho hater, but we all can agree Chris Jericho is not in shape if we compare him by his prime years. So I think the problem arose when Jericho left WWE. After his WWE release, he worked in wrestling very less. According to a website which is showing Jericho's matches, he wrestled only 5 matches in 2018. And yes, there would also be other factors like he didn't took care of his body, didn't took proper diet. But did he got any disease or something? No. Is Chris Jericho abs fake? So Chris Jericho reacted on a tweet by fans saying he got abs implants and Chris Jericho replied, this is the stupidest fucking thing I have ever heard. And I don't think so it's fake because if you will see Chris Jericho then and now, you can see he was working on his abs for a long time. And I think now he got the result and that's why maybe Jericho reacted like this because if it was not his hard work, he won't even react.